Welcome to Bite Size, a collaborative psychoeducation mini-podcast series created by Healthy Poor and support staff. In case you haven't heard about us, our organizations were created by hospitality, for hospitality, and are actively working to increase knowledge and awareness of mental health in our industry. If you'd like to take your learning a step further, check out the glossary of terms and thought prompts we have available at www.pleasehustleresponsibly.org. And thank you to the Restaurant Workers Community Foundation for supporting this series.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bite Size. My name is DJ Watson. I'm a marriage and family therapist in Chicago, Illinois. I have over a decade of experience in the service industry, and I'm the Director of Therapeutic Support Services for support staff. Today, I'm going to review how to talk about mental health. What is mental health, and how do we talk about it? In this episode, when we talk about mental health, what I'm referring to is someone's ability to balance their emotional, physical, psychological, and social well-being. If you're interested in learning more about what mental health is, check out the first episode of Bite Size Podcast. Today, we're going to focus specifically on how to talk to others about our mental health struggles. Throughout our lives, we will all have times where we struggle to manage some aspect of our mental health. Mental health disorders occur when these struggles begin to negatively impact our daily life. As I said in the previous episode, often people tell me their biggest struggle with talking about mental health is fear. Here are some tips to deal with some of these fears and some best practices on talking about our mental health with others. These are adapted from the National Alliance on Mental Illness Suggestions. One of the first things to consider when talking with others is purpose. What do we want to get from this conversation? Is this conversation to connect, to get help, to explain our behaviors to someone else? And can this person help me do that? Anyone could be appropriate to ask for help in a crisis, but if you really want to connect with someone, talking with a friend instead of a coworker might be a better idea. Another thing I suggest is to have an idea of what you're going to say. It can be really difficult to explain to someone how you're feeling if they're not familiar with your struggles. Take some time to get your thoughts together so you can be as clear and as easy to understand as possible. If you're struggling to describe what's going on, you may want to share that you're having a difficult time or not feeling like yourself and you don't know why. Next, let's talk about safety. Sharing about our mental illness or mental health struggles is extremely personal. While people diagnosed with mental health disorders are protected against discrimination, there is still stigma around mental health. There are probably people who you will feel more or less safe disclosing to. Try to think of those who have the most skills in these areas and those who do you feel most comfortable talking with. Finally, be patient and persistent. So many times I've heard people say, I didn't believe in mental illness or mental health issues until my friend, family, whoever taught me about them. Remember, you're in the process of teaching someone what your struggles are like. Some people will be slower learners than others, but with time and patience, it's possible to help those close to you better understand you. I want to take the time to thank you for listening to this podcast. You can follow me personally on Instagram at DJ_the_therapist. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Thank you to our donors and our sponsor, Restaurant Workers Community Foundation, for helping to make this episode possible. To help support this podcast and our other programs, please consider making a donation at www.pleasehustleresponsibly.org. Be sure to subscribe and tune in next time to learn more about mental health.